Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm Angelica, and today is going to be a little different. Today I am going to be channeling Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who passed away about a year ago, and he wants to come through with a message for humanity. So I've asked my spirit guides, who are always with me, but especially in these sessions, to help to facilitate what I bring through. And Malcolm-Jamal Warner is right here on my left and ready to relay his message. What I want to do first is ask a few questions to have him show me a few items that somebody close to him, in this case his wife, would be able to validate and say, yeah, that's definitely him. Something that would not be common to the general public, and also nothing too intimate or private or anything like that. So I do that because that is part of like evidential mediumship, to show you that I'm not communicating with a random spirit, but rather, a specific being. And certainly Malcolm was part of the angelic realm, and it's one main reason we're connected here. So I'm going to be tapping in, and I do have some specific questions for him after we, have him show us a few of those items. So thank him for being here, and my guides for walking me through this. And by the way, if you're familiar with my other videos, I have also brought through Matthew Perry, who spoke on the subject of addiction. So if you're interested in these things, you can also check that one out. But let's focus here. Okay, I'm asking him to show me what those three items are. What is that first item? Okay, he's showing me what looks to be like an old map, like some kind of blueprint, and it's rolled up and it's on a desk, and he's kind of unrolling it, and it's kind of like beige, but it looks like a map of the world, and maybe something that historians might know, or like make sense of it, might be able to make heads or tails of it. Like it looks like a map of the world in like what it used to be eons ago. I don't see much more details in the map, like names or anything. Okay, so that's the first item. Okay, all right. And by the way, this map was on what was a table in front of and that table was right in front of a mirror that looked to be like an attic, or like definitely not I don't know, could be the first floor, but big window right in front of that desk. Okay, in case that helps. All right, now what is that second item? Okay, this one is weird. So it's like a wooden box that has, yeah, not entirely like smooth wood, but like planks of wood, a box, and one of those like creepy clowns jumps out of it. It's almost like those things that you kind of wind and then boop, out comes and it's like a tin or like a metal clown. Yeah, one of those freaky things. Okay, that's the second item. All right. Okay, now, what is the third item? Okay, it's a family picture, and I guess it's special to him, and it looks like they're on a beach. I think I even see a hammock. There's palm trees, but they're at the beach, and he might even have, looks like he has something around his neck, but it's a family picture. Oh, okay. And I was asking where that picture is, and I was shown like a wallet. Okay. All right. So those are your three items. All right. So somewhere out there, somebody will be able to validate this. There's no other way. And those of you that are in this world know, yeah, we, this is the world, the spirit world is just not something we can easily prove. You either believe or you don't. So, okay, now I want to ask, the first question is around any regrets, anything that Malcolm wishes he could have done related to his career. I'm going to kind of not go on the personal. So, related to his, although that's still very personal, to his career. Okay. Okay, he's saying he's walked many red carpets. And it was only toward the end of his life and his older years where he realized the power of his voice. The power to influence others, to be a catalyst for change, and to use his celebrity status, to use his name for good, and to not have allowed the fear of criticism, the fear of others debasing him, and the fear of intrusion into his private life. He wishes that he had set all of that aside and used his voice. And he's saying to fight for justice, to fight for change, to put a light on the darkness. And he's saying there's a danger to staying silent. And he's saying the more that you look away and believe something won't affect you or does not apply to you, the more likely it will land at your doorstep. Don't turn a blind eye to others' pain, to others' misfortune. Call it out. Seek change. Be a disruptor. Create upheaval. Make some noise. You will be surprised at how change can follow quickly when everybody steps into their power and makes their voice heard. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Okay, I also have a question for him around, I think he has a message around humanity, a message for humanity and what's to come in the coming months specifically. And what that may mean for California. And I am in California now. I'm in San Diego. I recently moved here, back to my hometown, but I don't know if that's why he's focusing on California or just it happens to be important. So we'll find out. All right. All right. You all have witnessed many events throughout your life that have been catastrophic. Right? He's mentioning Katrina, 9/11, focusing here on the US, of course, there have been many others around the globe that one could easily qualify as, more tragic, greater loss of life. But for a moment, let us look at what's ahead for this country. Humanity is going to be faced with a major choice. Collectively, as a country, and regionally, whether that's in your local communities, your neighborhoods, your state. You will be evaluating the integrity of your public systems. Saying whether that's transportation, safety, governance, public health, your justice system. All of these, and he's saying financial is also one important to add. If they all crumbled and ceased to operate the way you have been accustomed, think hard about what aspects of those systems you would keep and which elements you would be okay with seeing them go up in flames. These are the hard choices you will all be faced with. And it will not be up to any leader in Washington, D.C. What if that was completely cut off for a few hours, for a few days, for a few months? How will your local community, your local leaders, your brothers and sisters, your neighbors, how will you come together to create the new? Knowing that what once was will never be again. You are taking a blank sheet and creating the new from scratch. You can take ideas from the old, but it will take imagination, collaboration, and integrity to build the new. And you are ready for this. And will you waste time trying to blame others, bring others to justice? Or will you invest your time and resources on building that which is most urgent, most immediate, so that you can feed your families, have shelter, have a trusted way to keep the peace in your neighborhoods? How will you care for the hungry, for the elders, for your children, for the vulnerable and disabled? How will you build this new country? Now he wants to go into California. And Californians, your map is going to be redrawn. Okay. I feel like he's not committing on whether I'm asking like smaller, bigger. Okay, both. He's saying both. It will be redrawn. And it may stand alone for some time. And be another powerful but benevolent led, he's saying, organization in how it is regrouped. A true democracy that serves the people. It is there. It is a viable saying carrot. It is a shiny ball that is very much within the timeline of all of those watching this. Very exciting. Okay, I want to ask what he's up to. So, one thing I want to clarify, when a human being passes away, and this is my understanding in my spiritual journey and teachings, what I've come to know, that I just don't question anymore, and that's that after people pass away, they may present themselves in a certain way that you may remember them in this lifetime, but they have had many lives, and they become something, when they do pass away and transition, they basically return to their full angelic, full energy body, their full complete soul, and all of their love and bliss, whatever flaws they had, whatever personality quirks, whatever, low vibrational things they may have done, none of that, all of that ceases to exist, to be the case. They shed that personality, they shed all of that, and they become just pure love and light. And so with that in mind, I'm asking, what he's up to. And again, spirit beings, they don't really hold a gender, right, once they pass. And I'm asking what they're doing now. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of green grass, seeds and bulbs underground growing, and it sounds like he is involved with ensuring that there is a healthy ecosystem for humanity. And he's reminding me of something my daughter told me recently about how they were able to bring back the woolly mammoth, and anyway, there's hybrid animals. Anyway, the ecosystem is both the vegetation and the animals that can thrive and exist and not go extinct, right? And so he is working with other spirit beings, other souls, to ensure there is a healthy ecosystem that's in balance, to continue to hold space in the many new earths that are surfacing. So that's what he's that's what he's working on. Yeah, I had no idea where any of this was going, especially if you're a big fan. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you for tuning in. So thank you so much, and thank you to Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Thank you to my guides for coming together to share these wonderful messages for humanity and for you all. So peace to all. Thank you.